that are supposedly acting in the guise of your best interest. Like, you're
I
not
get
doing
like
my
that over
best
parking
interest.
tickets.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Yeah.
parking tickets infuriate me. For years.
Yeah.
It's how dare you? What do you mean? You decided you own this piece of the earth, and you're going to charge me? Everything you just said, I have boiled down to parking tickets.
That drives me crazy, and you know what drives me crazy? Tolls.
Oh, yeah.
When I go to New York, every time I go over those stupid fucking bridges, I get angry. I'm like, you're making me pay again to drive over the bridge? You paid for this bridge 1,000 times over, you cunts. Because, like, the whole idea in the beginning was we got to fund this bridge, so we need to charge people money to go across the bridge. But then after a while, the funding's done. You paid for it, you fucks.
Yes.
But now you're just addicted to charging people. So you have this massive bottleneck where all these cars just stop dead because everybody's got to go through these stupid fucking booths. And you're just raking in money and just staying incompetent, staying with your terrible money management. So everybody's angry at you. And they still just keep paying it every day because there's no way around it. You got to go on the bridge, you got to pay. Put that stupid thing over your rearview mirror so it clocks you every time and dings your credit card. Fuck. It's theft. They're a bunch of creeps. The whole idea behind it has already been passed. Like, you're supposed to pay for the bridge. You paid for the bridge. Now you're just stealing. Parking spots. Fuck you.
I overreact to parking spots.
I don't think you overreact.
To the ticket.
I think we need to get violent. Do you know Brian Holtzman? Did you see Brian Holtzman last night? Very, very funny guy. And he just got here. He was a really funny guy from L.A. But Brian used to be a meter maid. That's what he used to do. He was like he was a comic, and he did parking enforcement.
Really?
Yeah. We were just talking about it last night that I ran into him one night. I was at the Comedy Magical. Oh, he's got great stories. He's funny. You should see him. He's very funny. You would enjoy him. He's so crazy. He does the late night spots. Like, he likes to close off the show. So, you know, he was on stage last night till 1:45 in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
He must have gone on after I was gone.
Yeah, he went on late. He went on real late. He likes to go on at the very end of the show.
He was on till 1:45.
Killing. He's so funny. But it's like that Kinnison spot, you know, like at the store. They used to have late night Kinnison spots, and that's kind of what Holtzman does now. He used to be back in L.A. It was Brody Stevens, too, before he died. He did the same kind of thing. He would do those late spots, and it would be so much fun.
Did he ever tell you some conflicts he had when enforcing the parking thing?
No, I never talked to him about it.
I mean...
I'm sure he had a few.
Absolutely.
I'm sure
those poor people, because they're getting the whole thing taken out on. They're just trying to do their job.
Yeah. Yeah, they get attacked. Parking meter people, they get attacked. Yeah, it's another creepy way that the city makes money off you. It really is. You're dead right. It's like, why are you charging money for this little spot? And it's like the meter is $1 or whatever it is, but if I don't pay it, it's like $50. Like, what is that? That doesn't make any sense. You should charge me $1, you piece of shit. It's like $1. Is it $1 there? Like, what's with the penalties? What's with all these, like, crazy 50 times over penalties? Like, you just get to say that you get to take my money? Because if I'm going to pay for the parking thing and you know you're going to make me pay because you give me a ticket, how about give me a ticket for what I should actually be paying? That's what it should be.
Well, they're charging you on time and space.
Fuck off. They're stealing money. They're stealing money because it's never going to be worth $50. Like, how is it worth $50 to just park in a spot? But you can hit me with a $50 ticket if I don't pay? Like, that's crazy. Like, oh, it's a penalty. Oh, all right.
Imagine that in the Wild West. Imagine, like, 1860.
That's how people got shot.
What was your horse is in the wrong spot.
I wonder when they started doing that. That's interesting.
Yeah, it had to have started. It had to have started. The first guy. Imagine that meeting.
Let's find out. When was the first parking meter?
I was thinking about, did you see, when jaywalking started, it was like, you could do it for a long time until there was too many cars. And the cars were like, hey, get these people out of our way.
That makes sense, because if you look at those old videos of New York City at the turn of the century when people were first having cars and there were cars mixed in with horses, everyone's just kind of always walking across the street. Everywhere.
I got a ticket once in jaywalking in Los Angeles in the 80s, and it caused me, the penalty was it was with my car. Even though I was walking, the penalty went to my car somehow. Like, even though the crime, so it was walking across the street, and then the ticket went onto my registration, which had nothing to do with what I had done.
Oklahoma City. First parking meters in the United States went to Oklahoma City in 1935. The city grew rapidly in the early 20th century. In 1913, the city had only 3,000 drivers, but as people traded in their horses and wagons and bought cars, the numbers grew. By 1930, 5,000 cars were registered within the county.
500,000.
Oh, 500,000. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. That's insane. How did I miss that 100? Oklahomans who worked downtown arrived early and took the most convenient street parking for themselves, leaving their cars in one spot all day. As a result, shoppers had difficulty finding places to park. Like other towns addressing the problem, Oklahoma City tried to control this by marking tires with chalk. Oh, that's gross. Cars that were left in the same space for too long were ticketed, but that was time-intensive and took policemen off their regular beats. A better solution was needed, so they came up with the parking meter. Interesting. Huh. I guess you got to kind of do something because people are gross and they will just park their car and leave it there forever.
Oklahoma City, who would have, you could have never known that.